Hi everyone, I am back for episode 3 of LengSpeaksEndo. In my last video, I talked about what endometriosis is and what happens in the body during or if a woman has endometriosis. My name is Leng Tan. I am a speaker, I'm a trainer, I am a wife, I am a sister, I'm a daughter, and I am going to be a mother, hopefully within the year or next year, hopefully very soon. Getting pregnant is a little difficult for me because of my condition, which is endometriosis. And in the last video, I talked about what it is and what happens to a woman. Today, I am going to talk about the signs and symptoms of endometriosis as well as my personal experience with these signs and symptoms. Now, I just want to set the expectation that some women have no symptoms at all. They have no signs, no symptoms. They have no idea that they have endometriosis, although even if they do. But for most women who have endometriosis, or those who are diagnosed with endometriosis, will have these signs and symptoms. I'm going to share with you 6 of the signs and symptoms of endometriosis. The first one, which is the most significant of them all, is pain. That is what basically led me to the diagnosis of endometriosis. And when we talk about pain, we're not just talking about like regular period cramps or regular pains when a woman has her period. We are talking about excruciating pain to the point that you can't walk, you can't even move. Taking a step is excruciating because it's just pain everywhere. And when we talk about pain, we talk about 2 things. One is where and when. Where means where the pain is. Most of it is in the abdomen or the lower abdomen, or we Filipinos call it puson. Pain can also occur in the hip area, in the lower back, in the pelvic area. And most of the time, that's what women have. But pain can also occur in the vulva. And when we say vulva, that means it's the area where you can find the vagina and the anus. The second thing is when, and pain happens pretty much all the time, really. But the worst pain happens before, during, and after the period. In my case, the pain gets worse when my period is about to end and around a week after my period. And we're talking about, I can't even describe the pain. I have been brought to the ER yelling and bloody screaming murder because of the pain. And other times it also hurts during or after sex. Yep, you just needed to know that. It also hurts during bowel movements or urination. And the pain again is just, oh man, you don't even know. The other thing is, when it comes to pain, is that the bad news is it gets worse over time. In 2009, the pain was quite bad that it was hard for me to get in a car, especially if there are speed bumps or the road can get bumpy. But nowadays, you don't need to be in a car to be in pain. Like you're in pain all the time. So that's the first one. The second symptom that people experience, or signs and symptom, would be bleeding. And we're talking about menstrual bleeding. My personal experience was really heavy bleeding. Now, TMI for those who are watching, we're talking about excessive bleeding. And sometimes you can even bleed in between your periods, or you just bleed too much. Some women even wear diapers during their periods because tampons or napkins are just cutting it for them, me included. So I'm not even 40 and I'm buying diapers. Don't judge. That's number 2. Number 3 would be digestion problems. we're talking, it depends on some women. Some experience diarrhea, some experience constipation, and what I experience would be constipation and bloating. And we're talking about bloating. It's when your tummy gets really big, and I get mistaken all the time for being pregnant. Yep. So we're talking about like distended abdomen because of gas and pain and all of that jazz. Number 4 would be nausea, especially during menstrual periods. We're talking about like really extreme nausea. You feel like your head spinning, you feel that the ground is just moving and you just wanted the ground to just stop moving. It feels like there's an earthquake all the time. Number 5 is also one of the things that I experience a lot of time would be fatigue. Now, I'm a trainer by profession, and that means me standing up for 8 hours, conducting a class and all of that. But the fatigue can get really, really bad. Like you just woken up, you just woke up and you're just extremely tired. And we're talking about fatigue every single moment of the day. These signs and symptoms are usually very prominent and significant around the time of a woman's period. We're talking about before, during, and after a woman's period. And last symptom is infertility. That's number 6. This was what I have mentioned in the first episode, where 30 to 50% of women with endometriosis experience infertility. Some women will not experience any of the symptoms, so there's no pain, no bleeding, no indigestion, no nausea, no fatigue, but they would go to their OB, to their doctor, because they've been trying to get pregnant and they have not been successful. And then after some tests and all of that, that's when they find out that they are unable to conceive because of the presence of endometrial tissues in the different reproductive organs. With me, out of the 6 I experience all 6. The pain is the worst, and I mean the worst. You pretty much are bedridden for days and days because of the pain. I do experience very heavy bleeding. I do have digestion problems. Nausea, I am very happy. I'm very lucky I don't experience it that much. Fatigue, not so much. It does happen to me, but not too much. And of course, infertility. As I have mentioned in my last videos, I have been married to my husband for almost 3 years, and we have been trying to conceive. We have not been successful, but we're not losing hope. So there you go. Those are the 6 signs and symptoms of endometriosis. In my next video, I will be talking about diagnoses. How can endometriosis be diagnosed? How will you know if you have endometriosis? So for those women out there, if you have all these symptoms, please list them down. Write down the duration, the level of pain, how often do these happen, the frequency. Make sure that you document all of these so that when you go to your doctor, it's very easy for your doctor to say whether you have endometriosis or not, right? So please make sure to like and share this video. Let everyone know about the signs and symptoms so that they will know if they also have these. Again, this is one of the conditions that is not easily diagnosed because not a lot of people know about this. So if you know someone who experiences extreme pain, heavy bleeding, digestion problems, nausea, fatigue, and infertility, let them know, share, and show them this video. They might have endometriosis, right? So thank you for watching the video. I shall see you again in my next video where I will talk about diagnosis. Bye.